Hi guys, hi guys. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Alright, today I'm gonna share with you the Red Cloak Hunters. Are you ready? Once long ago, there was a heroic monster hunter who slew dangerous monsters and protected humans from many dangers in the world. He was simply known as the Woodsman. One day, he even saved a little girl who got tricked by a dangerous monster known as the Big Bad Wolf, a dangerous predatory wolfman and descendant of the Mad King Lycan. The woodsman tracked it to its latest attack upon the little girl's house as she was being threatened by the vile creature, and he protected and saved her from it, but it was too late for the little girl's grandmother. The little girl that day became an orphan, lost, alone, and afraid. So the woodsman decided he would raise her himself, and he took her under his wing and turned her into Red Riding Hood, the first of the Red Cloak Hunters. She would learn all he knew and protect like he did and hunt down dangerous monsters and protect the people, and would open a guild to promising adventurers to protect monsters, to protect the innocents, including monsters and humans alike, from dangers wanting to claim their lives. Him and his legacy, as well as hers, would go on to forge bonds with many neighbors and powers in the world, then become respected and loved and even feared by many for their expertise and wisdom. The guild, however, grew after that, and the money and the resources from monsters that could be used to benefit the people, could be used to benefit themselves, started rolling in. Suddenly, the guild cared more about exterminating monsters to line its own pockets and serve their own power and self-interest in the world. People who were of wealth and ambition and who cared for status and power, who never knew a crying child scared of terrible monsters, or nor the cries of the innocent or oppressed who needed saving and help and protection, took over, and they ousted the last remaining legend, who was tied to the Red Cloak Hunters out of the route who was tied to the Woodsman's legacy out of the guild in a vote, and took the business out from under the legendary lineage of the Woodsman. And they even replaced the tenants and statues of old ones glorifying themselves, then their status in gold and their tenants, then greed while in rejecting the wisdom and bonds of old. Alright. However, the last legend took the contracts and bonds and the ways of his ancestors to go on to do a different sort of business, making, of course, new hunters and huntresses under the old code, while making the fairyland prison for bad guys and monsters a place to steal, capture, and contain the most dangerous entities across the realities of Earth-I that would appear to people on missions adjusted themselves from far-flung realms that contain nightmares, and hopefully stop them from hurting anybody else, and maybe sometimes even helping them to instead reform their evil ways to live in peace with others. The New Order's knights and the huntresses, the New Order's hunters and huntresses managed this due to the bonds they shared and continued their work under the new name, while the old order of the Red Cloak Hunters would become a monster extermination guild that would get wrapped up with the Church of Protagonism, who had a long history of monster and non-human persecution, and made it their mission to carry out a much more cruel and senseless sense of justice while opposing the Dark Lord, and viewing themselves as the only true hero organization around, and even would spawn into other realities as a more violent and ruthless organization that would rival Endemoni's own dreams. Meanwhile, the old legend sent a huntress to join Endemoy to learn from her what he could not teach and to become a heroine as well in agreement with Dreams and Luna, the Guardian of Dreams, under the codename Briar Rose. Yeah, I know, maybe I should change that to, being a Red Riding Hood, yeah. To keep the legacy going. I think I should do that instead. Additionally, the prison would allow Endemonic and Dreams to contain and secure many of the horrors they fought that the normal laws and containment procedures on Earth-I's various realities couldn't. Anyway, that's all I have to share for you for today. What do you think about that? Remember to fly like that and shine like the moon, for we are stuff dreams are made of. Okay, bye, yay! By the way, don't forget to give me your name. After all, by giving me your name, you become mine. Shake that bottom line. And don't you want that? Goodbye.